So I want to thank Mr. Spaulding and Rhonda. Thank you very much for having me here. It's my pleasure to represent Ford Motor Company. An important part of business is leadership, and I wanted to impart not necessarily the small part that I've added to helping Ford, but equally importantly, sharing with you the turnaround story of Ford under the leadership of Alan Mulally and other distinguished leaders has been leadership rather than just strictly who's the smartest guy in the room. It was a little bit of air turbulence. You know, when the pilot says, it may get a little rough, and you're thinking, oh man. And then in the next stage is when he says, I'd like all the flight attendants to take a seat. Well, that's what rapidly happened at Ford Motor Company in 2008. It happened to the American economy. The big companies, especially, this is my term, like smokestack companies, they can be very late adapters to the new social media. It's just a fact. They make cars and they don't necessarily get involved with that. So the approach we took, the key word was authentic product experience. We had to make believers like you, because you don't have to write down on your pad what vehicles you'd shop, but we had to somehow get your attention. We decided to do something different, again, to engage. Look at the bottom, 1 million people looked at the videos. Doug's those of you with keen eyes will notice that Doug is not a human. And so it got, curiosity in the market. So go to YouTube and look up Doug the Puppet. He's really quite amusing. You can buy a Mustang today with a 6-cylinder that has 302 horsepower and it gets 31 miles per gallon. I think that's pretty cool. So we announced this little tricked up Shelby for this year. You'll be able to order shortly. Now, this won't make the environmentalists happy. Part 1.1, 650 horsepower. What's up? But there's no gas guzzler tax on it. It gets over 24 miles per gallon on fuel economy, so there's no gas guzzler. So that's the technology. How do you do that? It's, the and proposition.
200 miles per hour.
And it goes 200 miles an hour. Yeah. I didn't want to drive anybody crazy here. But what it's really about is what you all can do when you graduate, and the contribution you can make toward your company, whatever it is. If you follow what we've been working on, which is like, what are we about? We'll have the discipline to, sell Jaguar and Volvo. We'll concentrate on our knitting. We'll work well with our people. We'll honor the distribution channel, in this case our dealers. We'll communicate better, et cetera. This has been the Ford story.